A few moments later.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Sports Church / The Bar on this Memorial Day weekend. We kind of try to squish both shows together, and then we had some technical difficulties with some of our co-hosts, and then that just blew up. So we'll see what's about to happen, but welcome to the show. Hey, this is Sports Church. We gather together to worship at the altar competition where grown men and women play with balls, drive around in circles, and beat the shit out of each other, and also take shots to the face because it's a little bit of a bar mashup tonight as well. Pterodactyl is going to be with us, and he had something happen, and Brother Bishop Poot Dog is somewhere in an undisclosed location. I don't know what's going on. So it's going to be me and Pops for a short time. We're going to talk a little bit about racing, obviously. Maybe do some memes, and then we're going to call it a day because, it is what it is. Bill Gammon checking in all the way from Australia. What's going on, man? How you doing, man? I love you. I wish you could say what you used to say, but I don't want you to catch a band, dude, at all. But welcome to the show. I'm your host, John Kerman, a.k.a. Friar Mini. I see some Marine Corps veteran, 2311 was my MOS. Yes, I'm a card carrying member of the E4 Mafia, allegedly, and I'm the founding member of Barracks Party Media. Can't wait to see what this is going to have. I'm stateside in February. Oh, dude, if you're ready, where are you going to be? Where are you going to be? Like, you anywhere close to me? Because I'm dead smack in the middle of fucking the good old USA. So like, I'm not a coastie, but man, if we could link up, that would be hilarious. It would be great. I would love that. That would be awesome. And my wife could finally get to meet one of my Australian friends. Without further ado, though, I got to bring on Reverend Pops because he's gonna help me fill some content, fill some time, as long as we can. We call him Pops because he's my pops. He's been in the auto racing business for 50 years, so we know no other person to speak so highly on the subject. Big day of racing too, by the way, so you know he's gonna have a lot to throw at you. Without further ado, please welcome to the stage, Reverend Pops.
Hey, evening, everybody. And can you believe that? I think I've got a moniker down there, wherever it is. Gannon is going to go to Des Moines. Is that what I just saw?
Yep. That's
wow.
What that's.
He'll be able to go see all those races at Knoxville too, which is awesome.
Hey, yeah.
What was I going to say? Can you believe that? What I got in down there?
Yikes! I'm raced out. Are you raced out? Really? Already?
Well, there's still racing going on. The NASCAR race is still running. It's not even half over yet.
No.
They had a 4-hour rain delay at Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to watch all the goofy shit that went on in between. And the F1 race was unusual, to say the least. It did not feature a Red Bull racer in either the qualifications or in the finish of the race. So it was an unusual race, to say the least. I don't know how many. I'm going to have to look this up. How many races has gone on where Red Bull has been in the podium celebration, and I don't know how many races has been since Max did not have a pole. So,
right,
I will be looking that up. It may not be while we're going on today, but I mean, it's a pretty neat record. It's something like 40 some odd poles that he's had. So we'll find that out. It's just now. Here's the thing. I haven't even sent you my slides, so I'll get that to you too. Where the heck is those slides? Here's the show, I think. Yeah, and there's not an awful lot of slides. The problem is that it took forever to get them done. And Indy didn't get done until almost 7 o'clock tonight.
Right.
So that was wild. But it was an interesting race, to say the least. It was Kyle Larson was doing very, very well until he got messed up in a penalty because he went into the pit too fast. And so that's sucking back and then mess with all the other ones. But I think he still had the top 20, even in spite of the fact that he got basically almost a lap turn down. So
Bill's very excited, and Aussie came in second, huh? Nice.
Yeah. The problem was, and this will crack you up. He made a decision when the race was delayed for so long that he was going to finish out the race and go to the race in Charlotte late, which is wild because that's his primary business is the Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that he had the car owner as also the car owner at the Indianapolis deal, I guess that made it a little bit easier to get that decision. But it's neat that he did it because it was possible that the race, it's possible that this race in Charlotte is going to get rained out because the same storms that came through here, in Indianapolis, are heading into Charlotte right now. So,
well, that's how it works, right?
Indianapolis is famous for having rainy races. So, I don't know how many races I spent at Indianapolis sitting in the press box, and there's nothing to do because no one's doing anything, and it's raining, and it's about a 10-minute walk to the garages, all in the rain. So you didn't go running through the garages to get a story.
No, that's what interns are for, right?
Change your clothes again. So it's wild. Coleman's down there.
Yeah.
He's he believe it or not, Dave Coleman is a assistant editor of the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel sports department, and he started in Milwaukee about 6 months after I started at Channel 18 doing the motorsports reports. And it was wild because Milwaukee did not have a good motorsports reporter. And Dave came on and did an awesome job, and he still does an awesome job.
Yeah.
And he's so funny. He spends more time photographing birds nowadays. He puts these pictures on Facebook. And yesterday he posted a picture of a short-legged dog walking in the forest. And what it was a miniature golden retriever, and he had set the camera on the ground, and so it really looked like a forest that this dog is trying to get around, and it's the dog walking through a cut lawn. So, but only he could come up with the title. Oh. But anyway, we had some unbelievable races today. Formula One was the fact that Formula One has new pole sitters and different people in the podium celebration is great. When I get this, I better get this here. Hang on. Share. All right. Share with others. But you have to see this, the slides, because I'm picking on Formula One.
Okay.
And when you see it, you'll crack it up. Because it's not Formula One now. It's Formula One. No, it's Formula 9/10. Well, here's the deal. A member of the staff of the producers told Michael Andretti that there ain't no way you're getting in, kid. Not after what you did. And what he did was he appeared before Congress at the Congress's request. He didn't go to the Congress and start bitching. Congress asked for him to appear and find out what the hell was going on, because it's obvious that he and his team are being abused, and it's entirely possible that Formula One is violating some of the antitrust rules because they're squashing competition.
Okay.
The Formula One as an organization, or not Formula One as an organization, the FIA has said that Andretti Global should be accepted by Formula One. However, Formula One teams get to say what's going to happen, and they're saying it ain't no way. And the fact that there's so many teams there that are not competitive means that they're stifling competition just to keep their teams, successful.
Right.
And so that is against the antitrust rules. So they held a hearing Thursday, I think was the first day of the hearings. Now this will crack you up. The head of the FIA technical committee got hired by Michael Andretti, and that hiring took place immediately following the resignation of the guy from the FIA, because he had to resign before he would, he could be hired by Andretti. So, but it's neat to see that they're hiring high quality people to Andretti Global.
Sure.
What else have we got going on? F1 it's just weird. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You remember there used to be 20 teams.
Yeah.
And then when it started falling apart, they made the 10 teams that were there furnish 2 cars. And that way they got back up to 20. And then it fell apart again because it fell under 20 because the teams weren't capable of funding 2 cars. And then all of a sudden, Red Bull created 4 cars. And then but they were separated onto 2 different teams, Toro Rosso and Red Bull. So that's what was going on there. And I think it's going to be pretty obvious that there's stifling competition. And I'm waiting to see what Congress does because they opened up the can of worms.
Yeah, great.
And had that hearing, and we'll have to wait and see where that goes. Andretti really does not have his ducks in a row until 27, maybe 28, because that's when Cadillac says they can have their motor ready. And so they're going to have to hire some engines the same way Haas does. Haas runs not Andretti, Ferrari engines, and so that's different. But you have to have your own chassis. You can't share chassis, but you can share engines. So I don't know. But it is funny that the antitrust rules came up, and all of a sudden, whole new guys became fast qualifiers and podium winners. Because when you look, you see Charles Leclerc is an awesome racer. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Sure. He's the number 1 racer and on the Ferrari team. But Oscar Piastri races for McLaren. And they're lucky if they finish in the top 5.
Right.
But they qualified second. And then Carlos Sainz is a Ferrari driver. A B driver. In other words, he's not the best driver for Ferrari. That's where Leclerc is. And so he came in third in the qualifications and came in third in the race. So it's funny that the scare goes out that they're anti-competition. And some of the reason that was said is that Red Bull's winning everything. they go 1-2 on the podium or 1-2 in qualifying every freaking week. So all of a sudden, Formula One says, we better not let that happen. Also this week, Lewis Hamilton came out and said, you know what, I guess I got to come to grips with this, that I am not going to out-qualify my teammate. And the obvious point of that is that Lewis said that he's going to go to Ferrari next year. Mm-hmm. And so Mercedes-Benz says, you're now not the number 1 driver, you're now the number 2 driver. And so all the changes and modifications are going to the number 1 driver first. And he finally came to that realization. Now, the stupid part is, why the hell did he say before the start of the year that he's going to Ferrari? I have no idea, other than he's going to stick it to Mercedes-Benz. I don't know.
Yeah, why would he? God, they did him so wrong. How much were they paying him a year?
Oh, I don't know. Damn near. Well, he's number 2 to Max, but he's making buco bucks. And you're talking 8 figures at least. No, 6, 100,000, 7.
He's making
8 figures at least.
He's making $45 million a year.
That's what I was saying. It's 8 figures.
Yeah.
And that is money coming from the team. That's not counting all the stuff he's got going on the side.
Right, endorsements and whatnot. Yeah.
So I mean, he face it, he's a 6-time champion. So he
Sure.
deserves something. But yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, he probably comes real close to being able to buy the team.
Yeah.
Which is outrageous. But what the hell? I wish there was more of that than all this other shit where they all of a sudden you find out that the city's contributing to financing the race.
Right.
Wait a minute. It's not supposed to be a civic project, but it happens all the time. And it's amazing in the number of races that are Muslim oriented, simply because the Muslims all of a sudden have money, and so they're willing to spend it the way the oil millionaire companies used to. So it's terrible to see the way things get done, but I mean, it was the same way in the United States in the early 1900s. Yeah, I guess 1900s. You look at Ralph Wilkie. Ralph had a unique operation that he made envelopes. Now, this is crazy, but he was the leading envelope maker of printed envelopes. In other words, he would contract with the company to handle their press distribution.
Mm-hmm.
So he would print up the press pieces, put it in the envelope, and address the envelope. And the company that he was making this advertisement for and shipping it never saw this. It just was sent to Ralph, and Ralph did it, and so that's where Ralph was making his fortune, was basically printing envelopes and then addressing them and enclosing the material. But I mean, his dad started the racing. I mean, even to the point that the primary engine in the 40s, 50s, 60s was the Offenhauser.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess who had the franchise for Offenhauser? Wilkie's dad.
There you go.
Now the other part is I never knew this, but Ralph Wilkie's dad hired Roger Ward to be his primary driver. And what I learned last night was that Roger Ward was not a popular individual.
Really?
Matter of fact, they wouldn't let him race at Indianapolis because he was such a demon on the racing circuit.
Gotcha.
He crashed a lot of people. But when he got to Indianapolis, he got it all figured out, and he was a demon on the racetrack again, but not because he was crashing people, but because he was winning so much. I mean, they won 2 500s back to back, and then one another year and won again. So Roger's a 3-time champion, and his son used to sit next to me in the press box, and Roger Ward Jr. Is an absolute goofball. I mean,
I believe it.
He is a Protestant minister, but he runs a electronic distribution company, and where he buys surplus electronic units, and it doesn't matter what it is. It's got to be electronic, and he's got to buy them at 5 cents on the dollar or 10 cents on the dollar, and then he advertises them somehow and sells them for 50 cents on the dollar. So, but Roger, he's just a character. There's no way fans or buts. He used to do a program with Don Kay, and it was just very, very similar to what we used to do with the Racing Roundup show in Milwaukee. So,
Nice.
it's funny to think about how all that. all happens at the same time. What else we got going on? Oh, I'm looking for a highlight, a YouTube highlight of the Indianapolis 500, and that may come up later today. We'll see. Let's go over what. Well, I told you about Circuit of Monaco. The race came back down to. I told you, but we don't have the slides up. Check and see if the slides got there.
Nope, they're not there.
And it's probably still listed at the 8/13/23 show.
They haven't shown up in my email.
I don't know how they share it.
No, it's not there. I have 519, and I have nothing in my email. So
there should be one 8/13/23. But there should be two of them because we did a show on 8/13/23. How I got into 8/13s, I had no idea. I probably copied something and needed it there.
Well, it's 5/26/2024, so I have no idea.
All right. Where do you want it sent?
Just send it to my email.
I always just use the share button.
No, just email
and
it.
It doesn't tell me where it's sending it. Say what?
Just email it directly to my email. Just send to my email. Don't bother with the slides. Just send it to me. That's how I get it most of the time.
I think. All right. Damn it. Next slide, share with others.
Just
yeah, it should go to your email at Gmail.
Mm-hmm.
And it should come up 08/13/2023 show. It's coming again.
Nothing.
While we're looking for that to get there. You what?
Nothing.
Not sent. Huh.
Don't see it. I've refreshed it a couple times. So
interesting. Share with others. Nuts.
Well, while you figure that out, I'm gonna bring Pook on because I need to step outside because apparently somebody's
you finding Pook?
Melting down. So without further ado, cool. Brother Bishop Poot Dog has just rolled in. Looks like he's not doing all that awesome. That's great. But he's also United States Marine Corps veteran. 2311 was also his MOS. I've known this dude since I was 18 years old. He's my boy. He's your boy. He's the man, the myth, the legend. Our gambling and MMA contributor, Brother Bishop Poot Dog.
What's up, everybody? It's the Brother Bishop Poot Dog.
Yeah, right there.
Nothing but the truth. Yeah, man. How you doing, man?
I'm still working on my thing. But
you still got your freaking mask on.
There it is.
Yeah, I just woke up.
Apparently.
I literally just woke up. I'm like, oh my God, I overslept the show. I slept right through my alarm.
Dude, you're killing me, Smalls.
I don't know, man. Have you ever worked that graveyard shift, brother?
Yeah.
Oh my God, man, it'll fuck your ass up, man. I mean, ain't like I didn't set my alarm, but 12, you got 12, these modern
12 to
cell
8
phones.
In the morning. Yeah, 12 to 8 in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, you got these modern cell phones with these alarms that play you a little tune. Hell, I was dreaming with that little tune.
Oh my God! Get your shit together.
I was on the shitter in my dream, and the thing was just din, 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 din.
Oh my God!
You know,
I'm gonna murder you.
Oh man, this happened. I mean,
Obviously, I can tell you still have your sleep mask on top of your forehead, you fuck.
well, listen, this is what we're gonna do. All right. Oh shit, I dropped my phone. This is what we're gonna do. You go have your smoke.
Yes.
Me and Pops will hold things together, man. We'll hold down the fort while you're gone.
All right,
And then
man.
and then when you get back, I'm gonna trade with your places with you. Instead of me having a smoke, I'm gonna brush my teeth and put on some clothes and turn on my laptop. All right.
Well, do me a favor and block your screen when you're putting on clothes.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not gonna do. See, I know the name Barracks Party Radio has you confused, Pops. You're thinking that this might be some kind of gay porn site.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing none of that crazy stuff. I'm just gonna put the phone down and go in the other room. Absolutely.
Sounds like a wonderful idea.
So we got the Coca-Cola 500 today, right, Pops?
Yep, it's still running.
That's running today. When does the Indy 500 go? That's today too?
That was today.
And we got winners in that?
Yep, we got the winners in that, and it was a good winner. It was a kid from Nashville, I think, that won for the second time in a row, 2 years in a row. He won an extra $400,000 because he was a repeat winner.
So you got the Indy 500 was won by someone from the U.S. 2 years in a row now.
Yep. Scary, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good. Historically, that race isn't always won by Americans now, is it?
Well, to be honest with you, I would say 80% of it is Americans.
Okay, 80%. All right. Okay. Mario Andretti just had that hell of a run there for a while.
But fortunately, he's a American.
Is he? I thought
he's an naturalized. He's a naturalized American.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, yeah. All right, gotcha.
He was born and raised in Italy. Went to I guess wasn't a concentration camp, but it was a gulag, and they were able to get out of the gulag and move to New Jersey. This will crack you up. When he and his brother wanted to go racing because they saw races on TV, and so they decided they're going to get a car. So they went to the junkyard and got a car and went racing. All of a sudden they found out it was more than just putting tape over the headlamps and blocking the door shut.
Yeah, no, I know there's a lot to there's a lot to race and I kind of learned that by happenstance before we started doing the show.
Yeah.
I never monkeyed around with racing in my life, not even a little bit, not for any reason.
Yeah.
And then I had some car trouble, and I had a guy from my church help me out with the car trouble. Well, he took a liking to me, and we started building a race car for him. And the deal was, and I was going to race on a dirt track, and the deal was he was gonna build me a race car after we finished helping him build a race car. Well, we just got done fabricating the roll cage for that race car that we had for him.
Yeah.
When I fell in love with my second wife. And I never finished building that race car or nothing, but because Alice started taking up most of my time.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot. I learned a lot
in racing.
Yeah, I learned a lot. I learned a lot, and one thing I learned is a race car is way different than a car you'd have on the road, and he didn't know that either because he grew up in a mechanic shop. His dad was a mechanic. His brother's a mechanic. This guy ended up working for one of the big chains, Firestone. He ended up working for Firestone for like 60 years. His brother owns his own shop. You know, they inherited their father's shop. They had to split that up, but his family was in auto mechanics forever, and when he was like 16, he decided he was gonna build a race car, or he was gonna start racing with his brother.
Yeah.
Well, they had no idea what went into racing either, and they took a car that they thought they had souped up out to and that's before they learned about gear ratios for racing cars and stuff like that. They took a car that they thought they had souped up to a dirt track, and he said he was driving around that track like he was in slow motion, and the other cars were in full fast speed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild when you take a regular street car onto a racetrack and you find out just how freaking slow you are.
Slow, yeah.
Well, most of the guys that get into racing do so because they saw something and bumped into somebody that is into racing. My buddy Brent Ruhlman, Brent's dad had a Ohio station, which is Standard Oil in Ohio, and I worked for them one summer, and then he became one of the best friends I had. And we we would leave our work at the Ohio station and go about 10 miles away from the station to stop at a little shop that we saw the race car on a trailer and decided to follow it. And then we got there and started talking to guys, and the guy says, well, when you got some time to stop over, and we'll find something we can get you to do. And we started doing that, and the next thing you know, this guy became the number 2 racer in Cincinnati. His what the heck was the name of it? Anyway, his father owned the distributor company for Stroh's beer in Cincinnati, and Stroh's was the number 2 seller in Cincinnati. So he had plenty of money.
I'll tell you what. I remember when in the 1980s, my old man owned a bar, and Stroh's was his top seller.
Yeah.
In his bar, a little bar. So, I mean, a couple of guys going in there all the time could influence what's the number 1 beer seller. But there's a while there that Stroh's was that popular.
Yeah.
I don't think it's got that kind of popularity even close now.
No, this will crack you up too. When I left and started working for the American Bowling Congress in Milwaukee, I was sent to a state meeting in Michigan, and so I get introduced to all these people. And I had earlier that year called on a distributor in Hamilton, Ohio. And he had trouble with Stroh's. That's what it was. And the reason I got involved with them is that not the manager. I don't know. Anyway, Tom McKay was the guy's name, and he was the executive secretary of the Detroit Bowling Association, and so I was a speaker at that meeting. And so Tom McKay and I got to know each other. And he was sponsored by Strobel. Strobel was the off-brand of Stroh's. And
Stroh's had an off-brand?
Yeah, the number 2 brand. No, in other words, you get Budweiser and then you got Bud Light.
Yeah, I know. I get it, but it was just saying Stroh's has an off-brand, considering Stroh's is a fucking off-brand.
No, Stroh's is
that's what we were just talking about.
Oh man,
back in the 80s, Minnie.
Yeah,
I told him Stroh's was the number 1 beer my dad sold at his bar.
Yeah.
This is the 80s, though. This, you know, that's how this is. Things change.
Fact, Jack.
You know, I'm sure you go back to like the 1950s, you'd be having an RC Cola in your hand, not thinking nothing about it.
John, you didn't even realize this, but Hootapole was the number 1 selling beer in the state of Ohio.
Well, considered located in Cincinnati, not a big shocker.
that was wild. Anyway, the reason I bring this up is that when I'm at this meeting in Detroit, the Strobel or Stroh's head honcho asked me, "Hey, do you know anybody by the name of Wilfred Kremer?" Yeah, it sounds like your last name. I go, "Yeah, why?" He says, "Well, that son of a bitch caused me nothing but problems." It turns out that when I was dealing with Hamilton Distributing, he would have been trying to get into the Miami University market.
Oh, okay.
All right. And so I went up there with him and found out that the reason why Stroh's was so popular is that they were dealing. In other words, if you bought a barrel of beer, or let's say you bought 5 barrels of beer, they would add 1 barrel to the distributor. So you bought 5 and you got 6 barrels.
Yeah.
And then it came to some places you bought 10 and you got 1. And some places, if you bought 2, you got 1. But they were dealing, but there was no consistency to the dealing.
Yeah.
And I found that out, and I just let it slip around that this was going on, and not saying there was anything wrong with it. And what it did, though, it got all the managers of these bars to compare notes and said, "These guys have been fucking us over." And as a unit, called the distributor and said, "I need a truck tomorrow." And the guy said, "Well, we're set up to deliver to you on Tuesday." He said, "That's okay. Send me a truck tomorrow." And so the guy said, "All right, no problem." Well, they sent him a truck to take their shit out of the bar. And they got kicked out of all the bars at Miami University.
Ouch.
And I finally admitted that it had been me. That was the one that was involved with that distribution. But anyway.
All right, Pook, you gonna go brush your teeth and get on your
Yeah, I'll give me a good 5 minutes or so, maybe even 10 to wipe the sleep out of my eyes, even, brother.
Dude, if I could slap it out of you, I would.
This is nothing new. This ain't the first time I fell asleep on you.
Oh my God, I love you. All right, get your shit done, dude.
Black out the screen for you to get that shit done.
Yeah. I don't want to see you manscaping. Nobody wants to see that. Go brush your teeth. Go do your thing. You're good. Oh man, I don't know. Talk a little bit of baseball, I guess.
Sure, why not?
To go over the standings real quick. Oh, Pook's gonna miss it. Oh, he's missing it.
Oh, that's okay. We'll save the standings of the Yankees for when he comes back.
Oh no, can't do that. To start with the baseball standings, American League, New York Yankees are on top, 2 games above the Baltimore Orioles, who just got swept for the first time in 106 games.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
Look at my hat.
What about your hat? Oh, your Reds hat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they beat the Dodgers 3 games in a row.
You swept the Dodgers. Yes, I was gonna get to that. Thank you, but
okay. Well, I just had to because I spent a lot of time with.
No, I was shocked. I was
I was too. I had to look it up, make sure that it was true.
Yeah, me too. No, it was funny because we had a wedding this week and everything, so close contact with my father-in-law and my brother-in-law, and who are big Reds fans, and I couldn't believe it. I had to verify with them. They're like, yeah, they swept the Dodgers. I'm like, well, fucking wonders never cease. But
here you go. This is good news to you.
What?
June 18th, the internet will be installed.
Okay.
And what else? I got car insurance in Ohio, 50% less than what I pay down here.
Yeah, because Kentucky's a no-fault state, dude.
Yeah, the whole deal of Kentucky was it's going to be cheaper. It's cheaper for the insurance company is what it comes down to. That's freaking unreal. 50%. But anyway, I got it. I got to get a hold of my attorneys to find out how this works because you guys have the insurance on the house.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be that the insurance on the house will not cover my stuff. Because,
another time.
Huh?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out another time.
It may be I got to get a renter's policy just to cover me. And for the most part, it's about the liability coverage.
I'm pretty sure you're covered with us.
Well, yeah, but my how do I say it? My furnishings probably would not be. So, but anyway,
talk to the woman in charge.
How much? What?
Talk to the woman in charge.
Talk to the woman in charge. Oh yeah, that's why.
Yeah. She
but
has
it was wild. Because I got the estimate. What did I say? Oh yeah, I got the estimate including my car coverage, and it was only going to cost me $60 a month for the house coverage. So that was freaky. Yeah, I'm thinking, oh shit, it's going to be a house and it's going to be blah, 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 blah. But they gave me coverage that basically cost me about $110 a month.
Take it.
No, $60 for the house and $500 for the car. That's what it was. Anyway, we were making success. I was going to send you that message yesterday, but then all kinds of shit was going on.
Actually, no worries. Back to the American League East. The New York Yankees. Oh, pook. They're up 2 games on the Baltimore Orioles, who I just said earlier, first time they got swept in like 103, 106 games in a row. So that's pretty crazy. Rest of the American League East is kind of a joke. The Red Sox, Tampa Bay, and Toronto are all fighting for the bottom of the barrel. The Cleveland Guardians.
And that's scary. They're leading the league too. Holy shit.
2.5 games. But you know what's even crazier? In second place is the Kansas City Royals.
Oh, yeah?
2.5 games back, man. 8-2 in their last 10. Got a plus 79 run differential. The Kansas City Royals behind the awesome Bobby Witt Jr.
Did something in trades that was unbelievable too.
Yeah, Minnesota Twins are the Central, just like the East. It's the first 2, and then everybody else. The AL West, the Seattle Mariners, up on top. Texas Rangers. A lot of people are like, "Oh shit, what the hell happened?" World Series champions, and kind of not getting it done. 3-7 in their last 10, 3.5 games behind the Seattle Mariners. The Houston Astros are waking up. Watch out. Hide your trash cans, people, because Houston Astros are.
That's my line. Give me a break.
They're coming in hard, man. They're coming in hard. They're 6-4 in the last 10. They're starting to win. They're starting to pick up. They're starting to get healthy. The Oakland Athletics, who had a very, very good start to the year, not so much anymore, despite all the hype behind Mason Miller, which is only going to intensify in the next month and to 2 months as the trade deadline and the All-Star break closes in on us. I don't know if I even want to talk about that because it's just so early. But apparently from the unnamed sources on Twitter and whatnot, the Oakland Athletics are asking a very, very, very steep price for Mason Miller. Now, granted, the motherfucker's thrown 2 no-hitters as a reliever. He is absolutely unhittable. He's embarrassed and undressed every single hitter he's faced. I mean, to Juan Soto, to Marcus Semien, do you fucking name studs? And he's undressed them. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Moving on to the National League, the Philadelphia Phillies, the fighting Phils, baby. Holy shit. Nobody saw this shit coming. We thought they were going to be competitive. We didn't think they were going to lead the division. That was a foregone conclusion. Atlanta.
They're not just leading they're not just leading the division, they're leading all of baseball.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, by about a game over the Yanks. Yeah.
Game and a half. That's official.
Just behind a unbelievable surprising starting rotation. I mean, it was good, but like nobody. Ranger Suarez was considered kind of like a playoff guy, middle reliever, long reliever type guy, and that motherfucker's just smoking it this year. And because of that, and Bryce Harper being Bryce fucking Harper, who's I don't know what it is. I don't know why I love Bryce Harper. I should absolutely love Bryce Harper because he's like my dude. Like that's who I'd want to be as a player. For some reason I just can't get over. Maybe because he's a Philly. I don't know. I just
they are so much fun to hate. There's no offense or buts.
Yeah, well, it's Philly. Philly's got its own kind of thing, right? It's real close to New York City, but it's. By the way, the hardest mafia to crack in the United States was the Philadelphia Mafia. Just saying, but yeah, I don't know.
You know where the mafia is strongest?
Where?
Idaho. Pocatello, Idaho.
Never saw that coming.
I know. I didn't either.
Yeah, that's crazy. I love it. But the Phillies, man, doing great. Braves, don't sleep on the Braves. Don't panic. Don't hit the panic button. I know they're 4-6 in the last 10. They took a couple good games from the Cubs, but that offense gets cranking. Max Fried keeps dealing, and you Braves, you're going to be there. You're going to be there. Don't worry. You're going to make the playoffs. I don't know if you're going to win the division, but you're going to be there. Yeah. And just like everything else, the bottom three are just, Nationals, Mets, Marlins. Interesting story though about the Mets is their closer. Had a thing about him having some like mental health issues. Like he's got a big confidence problem, and that is a big problem for a closer. Because you got to go in there and own like every single person on the base is my bitch. And when you don't have confidence in yourself and your stuff, that's a problem. And when Diaz had a kind of a fucking weird thing, he got hurt the other year during the World Baseball Classic on a freak injury, missed the entire year last year, came back, and he pitching well, and also started getting shelled. And some things came out about him in the locker room. He was crying and being consoled by teammates, and hopefully they get him on track because you don't like to see anybody that's that nasty, that talented just implode. I mean, that just reminds me of do you remember Rick Ankiel?
Who?
Rick Ankiel, St. Louis Cardinal, who had the most unbelievable blow up in playoff baseball. Like he couldn't figure out how to throw a baseball all of a sudden.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was just airmailing it. Just fucking horrible. And just had a complete mental breakdown. And it was like, oh, God, you never want to see that. Especially somebody who do it, and all of a sudden they can't. And it's scary. But hopefully they I think he needs to find Mark Grace and go to a Chicago bar and find a really large lady and just knock it out, and he'll be fine.
Yeah.
AKA a slump buster, which is what Mark Grace said on air on WGN. Yeah. What was your turn on? Oh, I got drunk out and found me a large lady. What? Yeah, that's what he said. While smoking Marlboro and drinking a Miller High Life. Yeah. Old school baseball. To the ALs or to the National League, the Milwaukee Brewers, hanging in there, 5-5 last 10. They're 3 games on my Chicago Cubs. I'm sure the stat isn't exactly where I think it is, but last time I looked it up, Dad, guess me where the Cubs rank in starting ERA, starting pitching ERA. Just guess. You can do it. Where do they rank? Oh, there's Pook. Anyways, Pops, Where do they rank? Where do the Cubs rank in starting ERA? Don't Google it. Damn it. Where do the Cubs rank in starting ERA right now? Stop Googling it. Just guess.
Guess.
He's Googling it.
Yeah.
Don't Google it. Just guess.
I can't find it.
Don't find it. Just guess. Tell me what you think the Cubs starting rotation ERA as far as ranked in Major League Baseball is. 1 to 30.
Well, they're only a -2. That's wild. So they got to be halfway decent pitching.
So 1 to 30. Give me a fucking guess.
1 to 30.
Well, 30 Major League Baseball teams. Give me a guess. Where do they rank in starting ERA?
5.
Exactly right. Guess where their bullpen ranks?
Amazing.
Guess where their bullpen ranks? 28th. I'll solve it for you. We don't have to wait. 28th. So yeah, not a good way to win a lot of baseball games.
No, it's not.
So that's fun.
Well, the starting pitchers are awesome, but they got nobody to follow up.
Yeah. So that Cubs once again thrown into the Mason Miller, which is going to be the story for the next month and a half in baseball. Is where's Mason Miller going to go? And the Cubs, the Orioles, the Yankees. Excuse me, are the front runners on that shit show. St. Louis Cardinals closing up a little bit, 8-2 in their last 10. Playing my Cubbies right now. Actually, they were in a raid delay. I don't know if they started up again or got postponed. The Pittsburgh Pirates, hanging in there, 6 back, 6-4 in the last 10. And no big surprise in the NL West. The Los Angeles Dodgers are 33-22. Plus 69 run differential. They got swept by the Reds. That's kind of funny.
That just blew me away.
Nobody saw that shit coming. Yeah, nobody saw that shit coming.
Friday night. Yeah, I saw Friday night and Saturday, and all of a sudden I find out they not only did they win the series, they swept them.
Yeah, the Giants, despite Blake Snell, kind of shit in the bed a little bit and not being ready for it to be a major league pitcher because he sat out most of the year because Scott Boras is a douche. But the Giants still hanging in there. Padres are right there too, 5.5 back. So that division isn't over. You can't write it off quite yet, but everybody else. The Arizona Diamondbacks World Series last year, just not getting it done. Corbin Carroll, a big part of that. Not having a good season, Corbin Carroll. It's actually kind of atrocious, and nobody knows exactly what it is. Maybe he's hurt, not saying nothing. I don't know. But let's go over some stats. Guess who's leads the league in Major League batting average?
Oh.
Give me a name, somebody. Come on. You guys actually watch ESPN every once in a while, right?
All I know is that Elliott is the leading stolen base person.
Yeah. The MLB batting average leader is Shohei Ohtani at 336.
Yeah.
His teammate, Mookie Betts, is 335.
Yeah. And he's playing shortstop now, which is wild.
Yeah, I love it. As far as wins, Ranger Suarez, I talked about earlier, with 9 fucking wins. Seth Lugo from Kansas City with 8. Chris Sale with 8. Aaron Nola with 6. Zach Wheeler with 6. If you notice that, Aaron Nola, Zach Wheeler, and Ranger Suarez all play for Philadelphia Phillies, so wonder why they're up top.
What the hell you got on, Poop? Some pajamas?
I got on my Bishop Brother Poop Dog robe.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't find my paper mache hat, so I got a Bulls hat.
Home runs, as far as Major League, the one and only Kyle Tucker is leading with 18. Aaron Judge with 17. Gunnar Henderson, the catcher for the Baltimore Orioles, 17. Marcell Ozuna, who likes to beat women, is 15. Jose Ramirez with 15. Earned run average, still my boy. Guess who's still leading the ERA?
Hey, Chicago. What do you say? Cubs gonna win today.
Yeah, baby. Showtime.
Well,
He is
if it
still
wasn't-
crushing, dude. 0.84 ERA.
Yeah, that's unreal.
His start yesterday got scrubbed. It rained, and I don't know if the Cubs are gonna play tonight either, because last time I checked, it was delayed. But
Yeah.
guess who's number 2 in earned run average? Javier Assad, who's scheduled to start today with a 1.70 ERA.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have
Why are starting pitchers doing so well?
Well, some of them are, some of them aren't. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's
Who is that pitcher that is ambidextrous? There's some pitcher that's just killing it, and he's ambidextrous.
I have no idea. You'd have to.
Somebody switches sides to get the advantage on the batter.
I think you're only allowed to pitch to that batter. You have to declare yourself. I don't know. You look it up and you send it to me, and I'd love to dive deep into it, but I'm pretty sure that you have to declare either as a batter or as a pitcher what you're going to do for the entire bat. Like, you have to, like, you can't just.
Oh yeah, no, I'm saying it's like if a batter is left-handed coming up, he switches to the right. No, which way has he got the advantage? As a right-handed pitcher or left-handed pitcher?
If you're facing a lefty, your advantage is lefty. If you're facing a right-handed batter, your advantage is a righty.
Okay, all right, but apparently he just goes both ways.
I
About pitching, Pooh. Give me a break.
I knew it as soon as I fucking heard it. I was waiting
That's
for
what
it.
she said.
That's what she said. RBI leaders: Jose Ramirez, 52; Marcelo Zuna, who likes to beat women, at 47; Alex Bohm, 47; Juan Soto, 44. Allegedly. Thank you. Allegedly, so I get sued for the $0 I have. Juan Soto. Here's the interesting thing. Yankees owner came out the other day and said something to the fact that the current state of salary for baseball players is untenable, which is interesting because the Yankees traded for Juan Soto from the Padres. Yeah. So he's on a 1-year deal, and everybody, even Yankee haters like me, fuck you, Pook, think Juan Soto needs to be a Yankee. Like, he's the next Derek Jeter. He's just got that Yankee shit about him. He just got the swagger. He's good. He stays out of trouble. He's the next Derek Jeter. And then the owner of the Yankees right now, George Steinbrenner, is rolling his grave. Right now, he came out and said, yeah, the current state of baseball players' salaries are untenable. One problem with this: when your daddy, who obviously didn't spank you enough, bought that team, it was shit. It was a legend, but it was shit, and he turned it around, and it has exponentially exploded in value. And if you're telling me you can't pay Juan Soto, you are a fucking liar, or you're just being a bitch and just trying to drive down negotiations before you even get into them. Either way, go fuck yourself. Nobody cares. Moving on.
Sounds like he's being a good businessman if he's trying to drive down.
Maybe. I'll give you that. That's kind of why I threw that in there, But still, you're the fucking Yankees. Shut up. Just pay the money. Pay the money.
When you're the Yankees and Minnie's going after you because he's trying to pretend that he doesn't like you, being a good businessman can also mean that you're a bitch.
Yes.
No, really?
Leaders in strikeouts across Major League Baseball. Tyler Glasnow, who is healthy, and I hope he stays healthy, because if you ever get a chance to watch this guy, if you're up late at night, if you're on the East Coast or Midwest like I am, and you want to watch a game, check out Tyler Glasnow, man. A long-time Tampa Bay Devil Ray, but a lot of injuries. But man, when he is healthy, he's fucking stupid abusive to hitters, and obviously because he leads the league with 87 strikeouts. Garrett Crotchet with the White Sox 85, which is pretty much the only bright spot the White Sox have seen all year. Dylan Cease, who used to be a White Sox, now is a San Diego Padre, number 3 with 82 strikeouts. Jack Flaherty, who is giving a big fuck you to the St. Louis Cardinals. He's got 81 strikeouts. And Chris Sale, Chris Sale, who's, again, another guy, a lefty guy. I think he's like 6'8", and then like weighs 185, 190 pounds, but he's had a couple rough years of injuries, and he has come back this year fucking just slinging lad, and just making people look stupid. So good for him. And to Dad, guess what I just rolled over? Stolen bases. Stolen bases.
Oh, yeah.
Who's leading stolen bases,
cool.
Pops?
How many?
You know how many does he have?
31, I think. Oh, that was
31.
That was Friday night's game. He was at 31.
Ellie De La Cruz has 31 fucking stolen bases. Anybody want to guess the number closest to that? Who's the next guy? All right, I'll give you his name. I can't even pronounce it. It's Bryce Terang. Guess how many stolen bases he has?
22.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ellie De La Cruz is just crushing it. And might be.
And now here's the other thing. How many players have stolen home base at least once?
Oh God, I don't know. That's a Justin Havens question. That's the mini question. That's baseball is dead for that. But I have no idea. But I've seen him do it. I was watching the game when he hit for the cycle. It's funny. I'm a Cubs fan, ladies and gentlemen, but I love watching the Reds. Like, I root for the Reds. As long as they're not playing the Cubs, I root for the Reds. Just because
Ellie, that's a crack up. Got on with a walk.
Yeah.
Went to second.
Stole third. Yeah.
And wait a minute, stole third on the 6th pitch and stole home on the 8th pitch.
Mm.
And
yeah, I used to play.
And with the deal, the pitcher just was not watching at all.
It's dumb with a guy like that, right? Yeah.
And the poor catcher is yelling at the pitcher to throw him the freaking ball because here comes Ellie. Boosh.
I played with Dan when I was playing semi-pro with a guy we called him Shady Grady because he just stole bases. Yeah. And so he let I batted second, and he's like, all you gotta do, dude, is get me you gotta get me a full count at least or get a hit. I'm like, okay, I can do that. And he walked, got on, stole second. I took a pitch, stole third. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I drag button and basically squeezed it home, and I ended up safe. And not a lot of people were happy about that. They're like, oh, he's a ringer. I'm like, yeah, he's a ringer. That's why he plays for us. You fucking asshole. Great, though. Shady Grady. All right, so quality starts. Jose Barrios, Toronto 9, 7 go, Kansas City 9. Logan Webb, who is my National League Cy Young Award winner, pick with 9. I don't know if that's going to happen. But not a lot of my picks are not looking good. I mean, Bob Witt Jr. is doing great. Oh, Aaron, what's going on, man? Jesus Christ. What's up, man? No, we're gonna kind of just do this, and then close it out. But yeah, next time let me know like ahead of time, and I'll bring you on for sure, man. No worries. There were some silly things I wanted to do. Oh, who sent this to me? Let's see it. Oh, Dad, did you send this to me? 80 seconds of Kimi Räikkönen getting mad. Was this it?
No, I think T did.
Did he? Oh, this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do it.
All right, do it.
Okay, Kimi, next car behind you is Alonso. I'll keep you updated on the gap. I'll keep you updated on the pace.
Just let me alone, I know what to do.
We're currently under threat from Michael behind. We need to get past Hulkenberg.
I know what I'm doing, so be quiet.
Okay, Kimi, we need to keep working all 4 tires, please. Keep working all
Yes,
4.
yes, I'm doing all the time. You don't have to remind us. I want to hit him when I'm there, for sure. They hit me now on the wrist. Hey, what the is this really? I mean, if they cannot see, if they cannot see it behind them, you should stay in the reporting stuff. Gloves! Mark, gloves! Steering wheel. Gloves and steering wheel, yeah. Hey! Hey! Steering wheel, somebody tell him to give it to me. Oh.
Seb is lapping 28.5, 28.5, yourself 28.7.
So is he not stopped yet, or?
Not yet.
Oh, you tell me now, you first say to me that you are not in a hurry. Don't me up with this.
The box.
Down. Hey, stop! Late now. Say. Copy. Okay. Oh, wait, that was a good thing to come in.
Okay, Kimi, next car behind you is Alonso.
Love it. That's great. Just bitch. I love Kimi. Also, if you ever watched Top Gear, my favorite presenter on there is Jeremy Clarkson. His favorite F1 driver is Kimi Räikkönen, and that's pretty much the reason why. Because Kimi was either swearing or, like a lot of guys I met in IndyCar, at the bar getting soused. So very cool. What else did I have here before I turn over to the brother Bishop Poot Dog? I know I got some stuff I wanted to show you guys. You want to see a fucking center fielder getting a tag at home?
Sure, go for it.
Oh,
are you talking about the high school ball?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I seen that one was awesome.
This is fucking hilarious. Dink.
Up in the air.
That might fall.
Anybody know what
they're covering second base,
and he hustles, and nobody's covering third either.
Unbelievable.
And then all of a sudden he sees, hey, that's the catcher. I can go home.
I got you, motherfucker.
They get him. Got him.
Boom, son. Oh, I love it. I've never seen shit like that in my life. I've never seen it play even remotely close to that. Oh.
Do you remember all the battles between the Republicans in the Senate and Adam Schiff, the old Speaker of the House?
Mm-mm.
He was the one that said he had definite proof of law breaking by Trump. All right?
Shifty shift, man.
But he didn't ever produce it, even though Congress kept demanding him could. Well, anyway, so he's running for the Senate in Los Angeles, I guess. And guess who's running against him?
Who?
Steve Garvey.
Ah! Fuck off.
And all
in
the
the
media
primary?
out there saying he's got no fucking chance.
In the primary or like straight up?
No, he's a Republican and Adam Schiff is a Democrat.
Steve Garvey's running as a Republican.
Yeah.
What?
He's got my vote. Unfortunately, I don't live in California no more.
I don't either. Thank God I don't. But
Shift is. I can't believe you know who that. You don't remember all that. That guy is a freaking slime ball, man.
Yes, he
Shift
is
the worst. He is the worst, man. He's a snake in the grass, man.
Yeah, I get you. Oh, don't get all shitty, man. I love you. Just give me a minute, all right? Fuck. Damn. Fucking guys pop out from my history. I'm like, I love you. I just can't get you in right now. Like, give me a second. Like, this is for fucking T, but he had a thing, family thing, so he went and took care of that. And but I put this aside for him, but we'll just share it anyways.
All right.
Dali, lähtee tulee! Hey!
By the way, newest member of NATO. Just saying. If you wanna read some really cool shit, get on YouTube and look up Fat Electrician Shomo, and you'll hear some fucking crazy shit about a bunch of Finns doing a lot of meth and killing a bunch of Russians, which is always a good thing.
Finland is the latest member of NATO?
Yep. Finland and Sweden. Yep.
Oh wow. Okay. What about the there's a little tiny country,
Latvia, Lithuania, yeah. They're I don't know if they're full members of NATO or not. I'm 100% sure, but
they were being punished by the Serbians.
Yeah.
Montenegro.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Here is some pretty cool shit about I love this guy. It sucks. He's actually the fastest guy in Major League Baseball. He's faster than Ellie De La Cruz, and he's white. Go figure.
And he's white?
He's
no
white.
way.
Yes, I'm telling you. He broke the record this year. First to third. In speed. Yeah. Pete Crow Armstrong, center fielder, outfielder for the Cubs. He gets brushed back, and then you know what? This is what you got to do when that shit happens. This is what you got to do.
So where is it?
Oh, you don't have it? Damn it.
No.
Oh shit. All right, hold on. Try this again.
Luke, you're not being very helpful. What the hell?
There we go. All right.
Sails over his head. You have to warn him. You have to warn him. And he gets tossed. Delivers. Swinging a drive. Right field. Way back. Goodbye.
That's how you respond to get thrown at in the head twice. You just jack.
I can't. Oh yeah, I watched in the LA game in the Reds.
Mm-hmm.
They have an usher between center field and right field, sitting on a folding chair at the wall between center field and right field. What the fuck is that for?
I don't know. Here's a little shitty thing from LA. The car in the Dodgers parking lot on fire, and they're playing "We Didn't Start the Fire." It's kind of messed up,
now
man.
I can see the fire. Okay.
Yeah. What else I got for you? Oh, here we go. So there's a guy that does, and I shouldn't say this. I just don't like him. Pat McAfee, all right? Like, he's just a bit much for me. Like, I think he's trying to be
talking about the Bengals kicker?
No. This guy was a punter. And he's a big sports talk guy now, like podcast, live stream, and all that and whatnot. And
who is the Bengals place kicker?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I still think that's McAfee.
I don't think so. But
McAfee was also the guy that developed that anti spyware, right? that was that killed
No,
himself, right?
no.
Allegedly killed himself. I think he got suicided.
That was a
Oh,
different guy, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's the guy
All
who lived in Belize. Yeah, this is not the same
Yeah,
guy.
he lived in Belize.
But
McAfee.
anyways, Pat McAfee, who I don't really, again, I didn't say bad thing about him because the guy could literally crush me, but I don't like him. But and he doesn't like baseball, which makes me even like him even less. But he asked Shota Imagaga what he would throw at him, and Shota responded through his translator very appropriately.
Ask him what he would throw me and ask him how far I'd fucking hit that thing.
彼がこういうバッティングしてたら、まず何の球種投げますかと、そしたら俺はもうとんでもないところへ打つぞって言ってます。
この構え方って何ですか？まあ、スイングを見てないのでちょっとわからないんですけども、まあ、とりあえず、ちょっと顔付近に投げて威嚇しようかなと思います。
I haven't seen you swing yet, so I can't really say, but I'll probably go fastball kind of near the face.
Yeah, fuck you, dude. You fucking punter. Get the fuck out of here. Baseball's boring. It sucks. Yeah, you kicked the ball for fucking a couple of years. Congratulations, you cunt. Jesus Christ. I'm saying it right now. I can't fucking stand the guy.
So you're talking about the guy who used to be the punter for Indianapolis Colts that now has a podcast.
Yeah, that's what it is. He was a.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about the guy in Belize.
No,
Yeah,
okay. No.
Gotcha.
All right, here's another thing we got to go over with.
Well, McAfee, you normally you can get McAfee and see conversations with the former star of the Green Bay Packers. He used to call in every Monday.
Yeah.
I think that McAfee lost his show on ESPN for that, right? He had a show on ESPN. He lost it.
I don't know. I didn't know he lost it.
He's just independent podcast now. I think they split.
Okay. No, it's still got him linked to ESPN.
Oh, is he? I don't know. He got into some kind of trouble. I know that.
Pops knows how much, and everybody pretty much knows how much I love umpires, right?
Yeah.
Here you go.
To one MLB insider, robots are, quote, definitely coming to MLB in the next 2 seasons. These robots are going to be umpires. Right now, MLB is using 2 different robot umpire systems in the minor leagues. The first one is where the system calls every single pitch. The umpire has an earpiece in, the pitch comes in, the robot tells the umpire if it's a ball or a strike, then the umpire calls ball or strike. However, players, umpires, and managers don't really like this system. MLB is probably going to use something else called the challenge system. Under this system, umpires call balls and strikes like normal. But if a pitcher or hitter doesn't get the call right, they can touch their head. A replay of the call gets shown on the Jumbotron, and if the robot says the call was wrong, it gets reversed. The batter and pitcher only have 2 seconds to challenge this play. So managers or coaches who could watch it on TV can't tell them to challenge or not. Teams get 3 challenges a game. If they win it, they get to keep their challenge. The robot calls strikes by the book. So certain pitches like this that look like balls and are always called balls will now be strikes, slightly changing the strike zone. But do you think MLB should switch to robots?
Well, a little bit of breaking news. Thanks to Chris Benoit Balls, our resident terminal lance in the Canadian military, Ron Acuna Jr. just blew his ACL.
Oh, really?
Out for the year.
Wow.
So, yeah, MVP last year blew his ACL and is done. That is not good news for Braves fans. I am so sorry, guys.
Yeah.
That is terrible. I mean, that's not just Brave fans. That's just baseball in general. Because it's Ronald Acuna Jr. I mean, the guy's a gangster.
Yes,
amazing player. I mean,
this is the second major player for Atlanta to go down.
Yeah, well, Spencer Strider went with the UCL.
Yeah.
And now Ronald Acuna Jr. with the ACL. Oh my God, that's terrible.
Yep.
Sorry, Braves fans, and that's just rubbish, guys. I there's really no other freaking nothing else to say about that. Oh, you want to hear a funny story about Harry Carey?
Oh, love it. Go ahead.
Oh, so my guy Boog, who I am so happy that this guy found the Cubs or the Cubs found this guy, because him and Jim Sains or whoever he's running with, whether it's Joe Girardi or Ron, Pat or whatever, it is great. But I love the Boog. The Boog is great. He's a fucking very good announcer. He's very professional. And he loves his team, whoever he's working for. He puts it in there. And so here we go. Him talking about meeting Harry Carey for the first time. I think this is what it is. Hopefully it is.
True. My first ever road game as a broadcaster with the then Florida Marlins. It was at Wrigley Field. It was, I believe, still the coldest first pitch temperature on record, 28 degrees. I finished the pregame. I have to come back to do the lineups, but I have to really go to the bathroom. Old Wrigley Field was 2 urinals, 1 stall. Run into the men's room, take care of it. I'm washing my hands. As I'm washing my hands, Harry Carey walks in. I have not met him.
Oh, I've seen this one. This is great.
Someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
He goes to the stall, and from the stall, as I'm drying my hands, he says out loud, not to me, I'm just standing there, but he says, God is my witness, I got so many goddamn clothes on, I can't find my
I think Harry was a few beers deep at that point. Yeah.
Well, he normally was into more than just a few beers before he even started.
But isn't that great? Like he's
Yeah.
like, I'm so fucking far. Can't find my dick. Oh, Harry, you're fucking gorgeous. I love you. And people are like, why are you a Cubs fan? I'm like, are you fucking all right? That's a fair question.
You're not a Cubs
Because I
fan,
grew up
you're
in
a
Wisconsin,
fan.
but we got cable, and with cable came WGN. And the Brewers were rubbish. You didn't watch the Brewers on TV. I don't even think they were on TV. I think you had to listen to Euchre on the radio, but you could watch the Cubs, Harry Carey and Steve Stone on WGN every day at 1:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I don't know why the Brewers or ESPN didn't hire him to do the Brewers games, because Harry was in the grandstand doing the radio broadcast for every game.
Yeah.
So I mean, he knew the Brewers inside and out.
Hey, here's some more Harry. I got to do it. I'm sorry, boys, but here's some more Harry shit.
All right, go for it.
This is just great. You cannot do this right now. You would get automatically like fired, canceled, whatever you want to fucking call it. But
You know, of all the places that you meet good-looking and interesting women, the libraries, they say, this is supposed to be a matter of fact, the libraries are number 1 on the list.
Libraries.
It's surprising you say that, Harry, because on the off days, Arnie Harris and I frequently go to the various libraries around the major cities that we visit.
Like, are you fucking serious? That's what he's leading with. Yeah, you know, you want to pick up chicks, go to the library. Okay, Harry, thanks, man. You're a sweet guy. I love you.
I don't know if that's such a good idea. You don't want a lady that's smarter than you.
Oh, my wife's way smarter than me.
That's a joke.
I know. Other than that, man, I don't know. It's gonna get interesting here in a minute as far as baseball. It's gonna take a minute. Everything's kind of like seems to be a little bit settled for standings wise. What's interesting is what the Yankees are gonna do with Juan Soto. What are the Padres gonna do? Are they going to rush out and make a move? Everybody thought they were done, and now all of a sudden, they traded for Dylan Cease, they traded Juan Soto, got a bunch of really great arms for it. They did win that trade a little bit against the Yankees. The Cubs are missing. They got so many holes, especially in the bullpen. They definitely need a thumper. They need a big thumper in that lineup. They don't have it. Cody Bellinger was supposed to be that, and he is not. And they're paying him $25 million a year. And I think he's hit 8 home runs. That's a problem. Seiya Suzuki is some experiment that needs to be given up on. If I'm the Cubs GM, you need to fucking move that dude and find somebody else. He is a below average fielder, and he's not hitting the way everybody thought he was. So move the fuck on. Call it a day. Other than that, we have had a really cool reprieve from pitchers getting injured. I'm happy about that. Very excited about Paul Skeens. Made his second start the other day. Wasn't the third start, actually, I think. Wasn't as impressive as his second, but I think Paul Skeens is here to stay. Just need to work on that control a little bit. But Jesus Christ, when you throw 101, 102 miles an hour and drop a split finger fastball at 96, you're going to have success. It's going to happen, especially when your girlfriend is like a 10, Livy Dunn. Oh, she's gorgeous. She is. It's just that fucking motherfucker with his mustache. I don't know. I don't know how he does it. But other than that, not much else really to expect. You're just kind of waiting for the season to play out. And it's going to get a lot more funner within the next 3 weeks when the trade deadline starts to bump up, the All-Star break, and people start, where's Mason Miller going? Which is for sure. Is Juan Soto staying with the Yankees? Are the Cubs going to make a move? Shit like that. So that's about all I got for baseball. So I'll give Pook his shot. If you don't mind me smoking a cigarette, dude, I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. Rumor up north, bro, is Vladdy getting traded. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Sorry. Thank you, Chris. Sorry, Pook. Yeah. So Blue Jays not doing well. We kind of sort of glossed over that a little bit. The rumor is that they're going to blow up like the Cubs did a couple of years ago. Remember when they called that shit?
Yeah.
And they just exploded the team. Apparently, that's the rumor about the Blue Jays because they invested into this, and it's not coming up. Vladdy Jr. Being Vladdy Jr. I don't know what you're gonna get for him, man. I mean, he's been regressing for a minute, so that's not good. He's a bit of a chunky monkey. That's not good. I'm serious. That's a big thing. I don't understand guys who don't take care of their weight. Like there's a difference between being 200 and 200, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's on the wrong side of that. And just like Cecil Fielder was and his son, same thing. They ran out of baseball real quick. Pablo Sandoval, same thing. Great talents, but they're just too fucking heavy. And sorry, big guys. Pook, is it fun to run as a big guy? No, it's not. It sucks, right? Yeah, it's horrible because you're just a big dude. You're carrying that much more weight. So I don't know.
Unless you're Bo Jackson.
Well, that's not a.
Unless you're Bo Jackson, bro, that guy was a monster. He was a monster.
I think Bo Jackson invented steroids. Like they didn't exist before he came around. He just became that good of an athlete that people had to invent something to compete with him.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Like he was just.
I get it. I thought you were saying that he invented steroids in the sense that he was one of the first early adapters.
No, they had to invent them to keep pace.
Keep up
Bo
with
Jackson.
him.
Yeah.
The guy was incredible.
Yes, he was. I never until from him till Ichiro, I'd never seen anybody throw a baseball that far, that hard on the dime to home plate ever. That was like a 20 some odd year span between Bo Jackson and Ichiro, right? So like crazy. All right.
The fact that he ain't in the Hall of Fame is a crying shame, and I don't care what
I agree.
Sports writers say about you have to have a longevity of career. This is a Hall of Fame.
No,
man.
it's impact, man. It should be impact. Like, all right. So, for instance, the AL starter for the All-Star game should be, anybody want to guess? Mason Miller.
Oh,
Yeah, I never would have got that.
Mason Miller. Guy's thrown 2 no-hitters as a reliever in a row. Nobody can hit him. He interests everybody. And the All-Star game is entertainment, right? It doesn't count anymore. Like Bud Selig, man. Oh, this counts. Like, fuck you. Shut up. It's just for entertainment value. So bring the entertainment and bring the nastiest dude who's pitching right now in the American League to start the game. You know, yeah, it's face 3 guys, fine. Then let the next best starter do 2 and 3, and the next one do 4 and 5, and whatever, however you want to do it. But let's make a show of it. It's entertainment. It should be a show. Make it a fucking show. Let Mason Miller start the All-Star game.
Hey, Luke, do you remember how many pitchers used to have complete games?
Nah.
I mean,
right
that was what
when I was
did until the 80s.
No, when I was a little kid, that they really, that's when they started really curtailing the that's when they really started with the relief pitch, the middle relief, the relief pitchers and all that. I was a child of the 80s. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't when I was a kid as well. If a guy was doing well, you didn't pull him out.
Yeah.
You didn't pull him out until he got into trouble normally. You'd have guys pitch complete games. You would have guys pitch complete games and you never see that. Even a guy unless a guy's pitching a no-hitter, they're yanking him after the pitch count no matter how well he's doing in the days MLB. And I understand why, they're trying to mitigate, the injury problems. But yeah, different game, different ball game.
Now, this is what I'm looking at Sparky Anderson, and he is described as was an American Major League Baseball player, coach, and manager.
Yeah, that's how I describe him. Right? Didn't he coach the Detroit Tigers?
He coached for Detroit. He coached for, who is this one there? Hang on a second here. But he coached for Cincinnati. He coached for Cincinnati first. That's when he got the first manager's role.
Okay.
And the only reason I bring this up is that my dad used to call Sparky Captain Hook because he was all the time yanking pitchers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, pitchers used to play, and even when they there wasn't a pitch count. There wasn't a pitch count back in the day when they started doing shoddy. That when we gotta get you out of here.
Yeah,
we gotta get you out of here. Now they keep it now. Well, they got a science to it. They got analytics and they got.
And they probably got a guy they're paying $500,000 a year to keep the pitch count.
Right. Right. There's a guy that's his job. That's his job. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So, Pops, did you want to get into my segment or did you want to wait for Minnie? You want to talk about?
Let's start your segment. That's fine.
All right. I will. I mean, I kind of wanted Minnie here, but Minnie's hot to trot to get the hell away from the show and have fire up a rocket. I don't know what's going on with his with this nicotine thing he's got going on. He's got a demon. He's got a monkey on his back here with this tobacco issue.
Well, but I mean, to be honest with you, I probably by now would have smoked at least 3 cigarettes. He's going.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's something that I really wanted him to comment on and for him to be chime in on.
Did you ever used to smoke?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got up to where I was smoking about it.
I mean, I would go through 3 packs in a day.
I never got up to that. I got up to about a pack and a half a day habit at one point.
Well, I in my office in Milwaukee, I had 3 ashtrays, and there were times that there was a smoking cigarette in all three, and I had one in my hand.
Well, I'll tell you.
At one point, it was just so bad.
I'll tell you what, for a troubled mind, there's nothing like a cigarette. That's for sure. It'll take you, especially that first one, the first one of the day. I can't
wait till I get to Ohio and I can buy legal. I think that's going to be my saving grace.
You can buy what?
Legal marijuana.
Oh shit! Okay, all right, Pops.
That's my big come around from buying this house. Like shit, I don't have to worry about getting busted.
Nah, you don't got to worry about none of that.
Poop, this will crack you up. When I got out of college, and I moved back to Cincinnati, and I had been the public relations director for the Greater Cincinnati Safety League, which was an organization made up of all the Catholic schools in the city of Cincinnati. And then we added public school, high schools to the group. And so at least once a month, I was meeting with who at one time was a man by the name of Colonel Fricker. And by the time I was a senior in high school, he was the sheriff of Hamilton County, which is the county I lived in. And Hamilton County is the largest county in the state of Ohio. So anyway, I get back from college, and this is like 1972, and I wasn't even thinking about the sheriff's department. But then I got a call from the national director. No. Anyway, he was basically the adult that was in charge of the safety league in Cincinnati. And he said, "Hey, did you ever think about joining the police department?" I said, "No, I don't. I don't think I would make a good cop." He said, "Well, how about if you did public relations for him?" I said, "Oh, that wouldn't be bad." He said, "Good. Your test is coming up on such and such day, 2 weeks from now," and then I started the whole procedure of becoming a cop.
You're going to be a cop.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I get through all the written tests, and I'm still like in number 2 or number 3 in the city of Cincinnati. And then they go through background checks, and then and I get through the background checks, which is awesome. And then I get a call from the sheriff's office, and which said the sheriff wants to meet with you. I go, what the hell is this all about? And so I go down to visit the sheriff, and he greets me and walks me into the office, closes the door, and said, I got a couple of things I want to go over with you, and some of it's not going to be comfortable. So, okay, well, go ahead. Tell me what's the deal. He said, "You went to school in Indianapolis, right?" I go, "Yeah." He said, "When you were in Indianapolis, did you ever sell marijuana?" Oh. I go, what makes you think that? He goes, "Well, let me put this all on the table right away." And he turns over probably about an inch and a half thick of document paper. So 8.5 by 11 document paper. And it's from the Drug Enforcement Administration file on me.
Holy shit.
My dad's got a DEA file. That's fucking priceless.
And I never thought a thing about it until I got that file. And they were so close to nailing my ass. and I remember when it was going to go down. And because I was so nonchalant about the whole deal, they never followed up. But I was walking around the circle in Indianapolis. The city is
Fountain Square, yeah.
Around the Monument Circle.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was walking around down there, and a guy comes up to me who I've never seen before and says, "Hey, Bill, you got any shit?" I go, "No, what are you talking about?" he just kind of looked at me like, I really would like some. And I go, "No, get out of here." And just went about my business. But that all was documented in that folder.
Nice.
Wow. Good thing you didn't hook that guy up.
All right, you guys ready to do some memes? Do some politics?
Yeah, I want to finish this story.
Let's
so
do
anyway,
that.
Sheriff Fricker said that I would appreciate it if you just withdrew your application. I said, yeah, no problem. But this will crack you up though. When I was with the safety league, I took a bunch of students on a tour of the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office, and at that time, I was dating Sheriff Fricker's daughter, and so we're in the lockup holding area, and the sheriff comes walking and he says, "Hey, Bill, you ever been in jail?" I said, "Fortunately, no." He says, "Look at it; it's pretty interesting in there."
Well, you were lucky with your phone book size DEA file. You never went to jail. You got a freaking horseshoe in your pocket.
So anyway, I walk into the cell to just look around for what's in the cell, and all of a sudden I hear clunk clunk. Sheriff was standing outside after closing the door, looking at me, and he says, "Now, Bill, I don't want this to be embarrassing, but now you understand what happens if you and Paula don't get along."
Oh, awesome story. All right, we're gonna get to the memes. Let's get to the memes.
Minnie, hold on a second.
What? Damn it!
You listen here, mister. You listen here, mister. You're running off for your. I gotta fire up a rocket. Oh, I gotta go outside to fire up a rocket. Well, mister,
I didn't do fucking shit.
There's something. I postponed my segment for you because
all right.
No, and this is why. You remember Paige Van Zandt of UFC fame?
Yes.
You remember her, the hottie, right?
Oh.
OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she lost like her last. Benoit might be able to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's her last 4 fights. It might be more than that. She lost her last 4 fights in the UFC. Last night she did a boxing match against a porn star. A UK porn star that she continues to embarrass the UFC and herself. She got her ass knocked down in the first round.
Oh,
and it ended up a draw. It ended up a draw. She fought a UK influencer. I guess her name's Ellie Brooke. Fought Ellie Brooke, a UK influencer. She does Instagram. She does pornography, and she does fans only. And that's how this lady's famous. And she kicked Paige Van Zandt's ass.
Oh,
talk about embarrassing.
She's a hottie. Right? She's a hottie. I'm looking at pictures of her. Yeah, she's a hottie.
Ellie Brooke or Paige Van Zandt?
Ellie Brooke. Yeah.
Well, she kicked Paige Van Zandt's ass, man. So, but I mean, obviously, ended in a draw or whatever. You know how these things.
Emotional damage.
They're talking about a rematch at O2 Arena. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I have no idea why.
Boxer beat a martial artist.
Dad,
Pops,
put your camera down a little bit because we're looking at your.
All right.
This was an exhibition match outside of MMA. This is an influencer, a world famous influencer, a star of the pornographic film industry, a star of OnlyFans and Instagram, fought Paige Van Zandt and knocked her down in the first round. That should never happen. But it happened. It was a boxing match, happened in boxing. I got some news. My segment's real short. That's the other reason why I postponed it. There's nothing going on. Nothing happened, unless we want to rehash old stuff or start calling John Jones gay like other MMA channels, unless we want to do that. And, and the fact that he's calling John Jones gay, the MMA guru, he's done a series of videos trying to uncover John Jones being gay. Allegedly. There's no,
Did you get that vibe from him when you met him?
This is the thing. I did not. But here's the thing. But hold on a second. No, he was broing me up and hugging me and calling me big. Why are you so big, man? Why are you so big? But you know what? Let's look at what's going on. And now I'll defend John Jones in the end. I still don't think he's gay. Not that there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah, I don't care.
Well, he's in the closet, and
so is John.
If he is, and
moving on.
But here's the thing, right? All those other fighters, right? They're fighters, all fighters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They looked at me like they wanted to kill me and eat my liver, right? even the ones that knew George, right?
Yeah.
John Jones was the only one being friendly to me. And then I thought back to the time that I went to Hillcrest, and if you don't know, Hillcrest is the gay area of San Diego.
Okay.
Is a gay neighborhood in San Diego, and I didn't know that the 24-hour fitness I was going to was in the gay area. And because this is a scam that me and my cousin would run, we get a trial membership at 124-hour fitness. They weren't linked together. Then we get another trial fitness. So we just looked up addresses and we went to these we look up wherever the 24-hour fitness was, and we get we just float, and we never paid for a membership. We did this for months. Yeah. So I got a membership at the one in Hillcrest, not realizing that it was in the gay neighborhood. And then I was telling everybody how friendly these guys were. These guys are so friendly. I've never met a more friendly group of guys. No one came on to me hard. Nobody got creepy. But these guys were just and someone was like, hey, Pook, you're going to the 24-hour fitness in the gay neighborhood. Of course they're gonna be friendly to you. So I was a young guy too. I was a young, handsome man, young, strapping man. So anyway, that's what I'm getting at. He was nice to me, and the other fighters wouldn't. Now I don't know what that means. He was a cool guy though. He's a real cool guy to me. But we got some UFC. My segment's real quick because we didn't have no fights last night. I mean, if T wanted to get on here and talk about one, I guess they had a fight card. I guess they had a fight card either Friday or Saturday. I don't know. The time changed. I have no idea. I don't have any idea who even fought in it. As far as the UFC is concerned, things were pretty stagnant. Except we had some news come out last week that Michael Venom Page is going to be on the 303 card with Conor McGregor. He's going to be fighting undefeated Ian Gary. Undefeated 14-0 Ian Gary. Ian Machado Gary, with the guy that took his wife's name, the guy that his ex-wife, the guy whose wife's ex-husband lives with them and does his dietary regimen. Remember we talked about Ian Gary before? Yeah. Ian Gary, but as far as being a fighter, Ian Gary's no joke. He's highly skilled. He is 14-0, right? So it's going to be Michael Venom Page versus Ian Gary. I'm going to be betting on Michael Venom Page. Michael Venom Page is not undefeated. Michael Venom Page has been knocked out. I think Ian Gary's getting knocked out by Michael Venom Page. That's just my personal opinion. We'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens with that.
All right. What else you got for me, Bubba?
I'm listening to the trends and the setups right now. That's what I'm listening to. That's what I want. I want to peep that trends and setups out. I want to know what's happening. I want to know what's really going on here, man. What's underneath the underbelly? Let's listen in.
I can't hear shit, bro.
I'm trying to decipher what they're saying.
All right.
Let me get to the memes. Let me get through these memes.
Yeah, we can definitely get to the memes. There wasn't much that happened in MMA last night. That's for sure.
No worries, man. No
we
worries.
could actually, I do have something to talk about real quick before you get to the memes.
Yeah.
Deontay Wilder is going to be fighting Big Bang Zhang.
What?
The big Chinaman. Yeah, that's going to happen. That's going to happen, I believe, next Saturday, I think.
What's Reineman's name?
Big Bang Zhang, the big Chinaman, the Chinese heavyweight. Yeah, he's a monster. I actually might be betting on Big Bang Zhang. I don't know. I got to figure that out. I'm going to think about it.
Huh.
All right. Let's do it. I'm sure he broke up with you because I'm ugly. Oh, no, don't say that. You're beautiful. He broke up with you because you support gun control. Nah. When you get a friend request, but they have their pronouns listed in their profile. Oh, I love it. What inflation? A package of ground beef costs the same as it did last month. Did it? Yeah.
I go to McDonald's. I see how the hamburgers are shrinking, bro. I get it. Of course I get it.
Statistics say victims that shoot back tend to live longer. Yes, sir.
Well, or you get the White Castle and you just eat the holes.
Right. Doc, the diagnosis is obesity. Patient, yeah, it runs in my family. Doc, no one runs in your family. I love it. Death to America after you pay off my college loans first. Yeah, no shit. Thanks, you fucking idiots. Oh, we could college loan forgiveness. No. Nobody let me off the hook for fucking anything I've fucking been on the hook for.
Okay. All right. You want to talk about this? We could talk about this. Okay?
Oh, here we go.
Right? Okay. Okay.
Yes. Go.
Just
Wrap it up quick.
No, man. You got. This is all bullshit. Okay. It's a trap. You got these loans guaranteed for these kids,
sure it's
right?
A trap.
Right. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. You can't file bankruptcy on them, right? It's a bullshit deal. All it does is freaking these as tuition just gets higher and higher, it just raises the tuition. They can just charge astronomical prices for tuition, bury these people in debt, and then just get these monster salaries. The educational system is a bigger joke than our freaking medical system. The whole thing's rancid, man. The whole thing's rotten. And as far as debt forgiveness, I'm all for any kind of debt forgiveness, my man. When it comes to, because you know what? What does the Bible say about debt? You're a slave to your debt. You're a slave to your debt. What they did to these kids, how they tricked these kids, man, into getting $150,000 in the hole. And then what? You go out and get a freaking $30,000 a year job. That's where you start at. 40,000 a year.
Yeah.
You can't even pay your goddamn rent with that. You're gonna be sleeping on somebody's couches with that kind of job. So I mean, the whole thing's evil, man. And these kids are brainwashed to think that they have to go to school. The whole thing's a freaking bullshit, bro. Number one bullshit. Number one bullshit. So I can not as a fact that I sympathize with these commies doesn't mean that I
get you. I know we got a fucking 3,455 more of these to go, but no, you're right. But part of me though, Pook, is I'll give you this. Part of me is nobody made those idiots take that loan out, did they? Nobody made them.
Oh man, man, yeah, I think.
Did you take out any student loans? Because I fucking didn't. And I got an associate's degree, and I didn't pay shit for it because I had the GI Bill.
No, I didn't take out any loans, Playboy, but some of these kids are heavily coerced into that nonsense. Especially when they're
parents' problem, not mine. Why?
I don't know if it's just the parents' problem, man. I don't know if it's just
for it.
Well,
I don't know if
the other thing is some of these guys graduated with bullshit degrees.
Yeah, like fucking underwater.
Like most of them, man. Like most of these degrees aren't worth the paper they're printed on because what's the measuring stick of what your degree's worth? What you can actually do with it out in the real world. And these people get out after graduating with whatever degree they have, some kind of liberal arts degree or who knows, and then they go out and try to get into the job market. And next thing you know, they're working freaking 2 jobs ones that turn anyone into a freaking commie. You're working at Starbucks. You're working at Starbucks, and then you're working another job, and you can't make ends meet, and there really isn't much available for the major that you got suckered into taking. You talk about people being suckered. You remember how angry some of us were at our recruiters.
Hold on a second. Nuclear Gravy said, I'm 64, retired, honorable discharge. I believe debt forgiveness, followed by them being airdropped to Syria with rainbow clothing. Fuck them. You're a gangster, dude. I love it.
Not all these kids that were trapped like this are a bunch of freaking
I know. But
pink-haired weirdos that support communism. Some of them are just your average Joe kid.
We'll get this a little rapid fire
now. You start out your freaking life, freaking $150,000, $200,000 in the hole without. Come on, man. It's a joke. It's a joke, man. The whole thing's a joke.
I agree.
It should be set up the way it's set up. Whoever heard of giving somebody? This is America. This is America, okay? We left debtors' prisons. We left Europe because they had debtors' prisons. Now you're 18 years old. When you're not even allowed to have a drink, you can sign documents that's going to put you in debt to the point debt that you can't get out of. There's no way out of. You get the fuck out of here. The shit ain't right, man. The shit's wrong.
Let me ask you this: how many of your first lieutenants came with less than a valuable degree? How's that?
We were ammo. We had prior enlisted.
Yeah, all our officers were prior enlisted, so
we're ammo.
Yeah, they're all warrant officers, and then became what you call LDOs or limited duty officers. So they maxed out at major, I think. So the only time we ran into other officers was when I was using an ammo tech.
Yeah.
And you ran into those, and they were Dad, I'd give you probably like 80% pretty good to go, 20% absolutely fucking just wow. Yeah. You made it through fucking OCS. That's fucking impressive. Because I don't know how you did it, because you're a fucking retard. But yeah, we gotta get going through these. Sorry, guys. Let's just spend a little less time on each one. If you don't have time to pull over and fight, don't honk your horn at me. Agreed. By the way, if you're ever driving down Beachmont Avenue and you cut me off and I honk at you and you motion me to pull over and I get out and pull my weapon, you should probably never ever see me again. Just say it. Son of a bitch fucking flipped me off and pointed to the fucking edge of the street with a friendship bracelet on. I'm like, yeah, I don't think this is gonna go well for you. I don't know. And he stepped out. Well, I'll fuck you up. And I'm like, okay, well, good luck with that. So you just threatened me, right? My life is in danger. So I am fully within law to pull my firearm. And he jumped through his fucking door and took the fuck off. So just, try not to fuck around and find out, boys. That's all I'm saying. The difference between government and thieves is that thieves don't pretend they're helping you. Ah! I like it. I like it. What do you think about Pook?
We don't want to talk about the government anymore.
No. The stakes have never been higher. Oh. But
no, in more ways than one. They're going after farms. They're going after farms. That's the truth. They're going after farming. It's crazy. It's a crazy deal we got going on. They're going after farming. What the hell, man? They got these. You seen those printers that print meat? You seen that, right?
Yeah.
I believe that's why they're going after farmers right now. They want us to eat the bugs in the printed meat. It's crazy. They're made in vats of freaking cancer cells and shit. Blah.
No,
cancer cells and nonsense like that, bro. It's freaking.
DNA results confirm that everyone is not your brother. Oh, poor
brother.
Grandkids playing hide and seek in the bushes and trees. Grandpa, who was in the Vietnam War. Watch out, kids. When I hear someone say the government would never do that, ooh, MK Ultra, Tuskegee Experiment, Poison, Foster Children, Poison, St. Louis, MK Noe, Operation Mockingbird, Waco and Ruby Ridge. Yeah, it's not your friend. It never has been.
I mean, we all lived through COVID, and if you don't think something screwy went on there, you're freaking
no shit, right? It's The only unfortunate thing about COVID, well, among many things, was basically though that it gave fuel to the fire for every single conspiracy theory out there, right? Though, Pook, like I know you're into that, and I'm fine with it, and I'm with you on some of them, but Jesus Christ, did it not throw gas on the fire? It did, right? Because all of a sudden people are calling that out, and then now they're right about that, so they're gonna be right about everything. It's like, no, that's not how it works. But
no. I want you to tell. We're like 35-0 with this.
Yeah,
I haven't heard. I literally haven't heard. I mean, outside of the stuff that's crazy, like the flat Earth stuff, and I don't even and it's got me thinking maybe there's flat. And I know that the Greeks. I know that you can't find. It's very hard to find someone that's a mathematically because it's been proven the Earth's been round with math. Am I not correct with the Greeks? I'm not sure with Greek or whatever. So, but it's even got me doubting that because it's so many things. Like you listen to Alex Jones and other conspiracy theorists. Jesse Ventura had that show before he turned. He had that show on, and they were talking about all of this way before it happened. They were talking about the lockdowns and the freaking. It just sounded like nonsense. It was stuff that you put your tongue in your cheek, and to try not to laugh when they talk about this stuff. And one thing right after another, starting with Jeffrey Epstein, just came. Boom, 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 boom. Mainstream news. 5 years ago, it was a whacked out conspiracy theory that people will laugh at you for saying, and now it's mainstream news. So no. I can't let you get away with that nonsense, man. The whole
I agree.
It's incredible. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
It is. It's crazy. Moving to
I mean, if you want to know, like, look up Event 201, right? Look up Event 201. Look up
another show.
You want to know what their end game is? Look up UN Agenda 2030, UN Agenda 21. Look up these UN agendas and read them and try to figure out how they're going to do this. Well, how they're going to do all the things they want to do, all their bullet points that they want to do. Well, maybe what they're going to have to do it is to destabilize the U.S. Maybe they're going to have to help fund these migrants to get them up here to the U.S. to destabilize the U.S. to do what they got to do. To do what they got to do.
We'll see. We gotta keep moving though, man. Like I got you, but like we gotta keep moving. Not
like that. It just got a tornado warning.
All right. Well, hopefully you don't get a tornado. That'd be weird.
Did you hear the beeper?
I heard it. Yeah.
What the hell is going on now?
Boeing, Iranian helicopters. Pook, how many people do you think at work asked me if we had a hand in that? Every single person I worked with was like, do we have a hand in that? I'm like, no. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, because it was a fucking 50-year-old helicopter flying the fucking mountains in the fog. He just Kobe'd. That's all it was. Don't read too much into it, all right? Moving on. Forget the flowers. Times have changed. Ooh. I hope you guys get that, but if you don't,
I can't see it. I gotta have to blow it up.
The Simpsons have done it again. Oh. Shall not be infringed, shall not be infringed. I shot your dog. Well, the ATF is good at that. And the ATF is gay, by the way. Just saying. The day my husband asked me to pay halves on rent is the day I pack my bags and go where? You can't even afford half the rent. Good one. Wife disgusted and horrified after her husband shaves his beard. She asks him to shave. Yeah, not doing it. Not gonna do it. Chicago Brewery.
I think we ought to pass it off when you say, if this guy gets elected, I'm moving to Canada. I think
You have to move. Yeah. I
move.
like it. I like it. Oh, Pook, you're a Chicago boy ish, right?
Nah, I'm an Indiana boy, bro.
Yeah, but
I'm
I mean,
219.
you're the culture ish, right?
I am so 219.
Chicago Brewery introduces cicada infused Malort, and they should have their liquor license revoked immediately. Yeah, there is a cicada infused Malort being sold in Chicago.
That stuff's rancid, man.
Have you ever had Malort?
Of course.
Oh, it's the fucking worst shit ever, right?
Of course, I've had Malort. It's freaking hell.
What does it taste like?
It's got wormwood. It's a liquor. It's got wormwood in it. That's why it tastes like hell. It tastes like hell. It tastes like freaking hell.
Right.
Tastes like hell. It's a Chicago liquor. It's like North Side thing.
Yeah, it's a north side thing for sure. It's a Cub thing. Like it is like you only time I've ever seen it, honestly, Pops, is like which is counterintuitive. Southside Irish Parade for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh,
and all of a sudden you see Malort bottles just pop out of nowhere. All right.
So
Google Marine Animals was not disappointed. Nice. Look at that squirrel. He's a gangster. Look at that.
Marine Animals.
Marine squirrel. Yesterday, Creek told me he loved me long hair, so today I cut it. I love your neck. Ah! Yeah. All right. Starbucks barista watching me not tip for my $6 coffee. Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah, fuck you. When I'm told I need a permit to build my own property. Yep. Yeah, I can't wait for that fight to happen pretty soon. My favorite part in the Star Wars series is where Watto says the government currency isn't real money. Pilot, take me to Tehran. Oops. Sorry, if you don't get it, you don't get it. Me and my paycheck trying to figure out where the government worked half my shift. Ooh.
Where the government what?
Me and my paycheck trying to figure out when the government worked half of my shift.
Oh, all right.
No, they had to pay back. They had to pay back the bankers that they borrowed money out of thin air from to send to Ukraine. So that's to send out of this country. By the way,
Don't get me started in Ukraine. Moving on. You can't just post someone's crack pipe and expect people to know who it is.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Remember that sergeant? He was in the army, I think. That ended up getting captured by the Iranians, I think it was, and was held hostage. And
you mean Bo Bergdahl?
Yeah.
Nah, he wasn't a sergeant. He was like an E3 or some shit. But he's anyways, he walked off his fucking post and just
yeah.
And
there was an unbelievable amount of people that were begging that we trade for him.
A lot of people died trying to get him back.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
A lot of people
there was a lot of troops that were sent out to recover him, and they ended up dying, and then he ends up walking back in.
Yeah.
Away. But that wasn't the big deal. That was the weird part.
I know. I'm surprised he's still walking, but it is what it is. Them, you can't show 30 years of decline in a single me. Ah! Yeah, you can. Growing up with vegan parents versus growing up with eating real human food. I like it.
Hey,
and
John,
that's how. What?
You guys are going to get hit with this tornadic weather too.
Yeah, I will be fine. And that's how it happened. Oh, that's how you make a dachshund? All right, I didn't know that. Wow, Israel, President Biden recalls the time he was found in a basket and raised by Hebrews.
Hey, are the people still in the house getting divorced?
Yes. What does it matter?
Well, I'm talking with the insurance agent. No, I was talking with the internet people, and they were trying to contact them because they got to get them to say it's okay to disconnect before they can connect us.
I got you. Yeah. You're fine.
So,
yeah.
I'm just going to be calling the the internet people before we have the closing, so that I can get some information from them, because we're like 11 days after we close, Spectrum's going to be coming out to install the stuff. This will crack you up. I got a less than 1 year old unit, and it's outdated already.
Wow.
I have to turn my unit in and get a new one of their units.
Queers for Palestine. Also, chickens for KFC.
Also, tickets for what?
Chickens for KFC.
Oh, okay.
So queers for Palestine, and then chickens for KFC. So
what's with those people, man? It's like,
man, you know what's funny?
Man?
A lot of there's a guy I really like. He's a former spook, if they ever are former, but and then Mike Baker, and he really ripped them a new asshole, especially like when Columbia closed down. They're like, yeah, he's like, yeah, apparently he does this show on Spotify. You should check it out. It's called President's Morning Brief, and which the president gets. Every president gets every morning gets a brief, an intelligence brief. It's basically who's trying to kill us and how serious are they, and how close are they. But he did one. He's like, yeah. So Colombia, the protesters there, packed it in because apparently Colombia acquiesced to the demands of free tents and free juice boxes for their entire tuition time. And it's great. Yeah, but he's making fun of how ridiculous they are. Like, Queers for Palestine. You're talking about a organization, not just a religion, because that's unfair, but not entirely unfair, but kind of unfair. But Hamas is zero interest in fucking equal rights, and so for you to spend your time and your tax dollars and your parents' dollars to hold up a sign that says Queers for Palestine is pretty fucking hilarious, because the flip side is chickens for KFC. Just saying, you're the worst I ever had in bed. There's no way she can make that judgment in 37 seconds. Well, I mean, actually, she probably could. Me, I wish you were a little more freaky in the bedroom. Me or her. More. Hey. Hey. All right. Sure, she's probably a man, but your furlough's up in 3 hours. Building this will recruit hundreds of thousands of jobs. Yeah, probably. When you buy an old truck, Pook, you ready? Where's Pook?
I don't know.
Oh, fucking motherfucker. When you buy an old truck, hoping the previous owners weren't too hard on the truck. Those you don't know, that's Mia Khalifa. Probably like, I would guess, in any porn website, top 10 porn star trending, no matter what. Yeah. Do they still worship a child? Well, shit, I shit in a box and they clean it. Good. Are you ready for Charlie Meow, Pops? Because you're gonna get all right. Well, that's gonna be James's cat, Charlie Meow. Apparently, me playing Call of Duty, wonder why there's no sound. My grandfather with his Bluetooth hearing aid. Ouch. Oh Jesus! I forgot about this one. You don't get it, do you?
Drinking the Kool-Aid, Jones people.
Yeah, there you go. All right, you got it. All right, nice, good job, Pops. I didn't know if you were gonna get that or not. It actually took me a second when I saw it. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh,
I didn't realize how many people actually got away from it. That was the amazing thing.
How many did get away from it?
There was at least 15 people that were in the commune. That were supposed to die, but for one reason or another, they were away doing commune business.
Ah.
And so when they came home and found everybody dead, I'm glad we didn't drink the Kool-Aid.
Holy shit. Could you imagine walking up on that?
Well,
Like, could you imagine turning the corner, and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, no, because he trained everybody that at least once a week they would go through this ritual to
Really?
drink the Kool-Aid.
Damn.
At least once a week they would do this.
Isn't it's so crazy how beautiful the human mind is, and actually how terrifying it is. Like how terrifying it is.
And the fact that the commune was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a really nice setup.
Huh. I didn't know that.
That's why it was so weird that it turned out the way it did.
Huh.
It's fairly strange, but
Sorry, nuclear gravy. It's some sort of quote. Sit by the river long enough, you'll see the bodies of all your enemies float by. Oh, I sit by the river with the moments I got, and can't see the rest of the situation. Hey, you know what? It's funny. I'll tell you a nuclear gravy. I'll tell you a funny story. I was out in Indiana living on a farm, and got a buddy of mine was an Army medic. Did a couple of tours in Iraq, and he's a very cool dude, and he wanted to sighten his most in the got, and I was like, all right, go ahead, start shooting, and I'm like, I'm not seeing it go in. I'm not seeing it go to the target. I'm like, hold on, let me try, and I'm like, I chambered around forward, pulled the trigger, and I'm like, oh shit. He goes, what? I'm like, all right, just give me an Allen wrench, and I had to adjust his scope because it was putting the fucking putting the round right into the ground.
Now wait a minute.
50 yards from the barrel, it was going into the ground. So he slapped the scope on and just fucked off and just started shooting it. I'm like, well, no, you can't do that, dude. Like, it's that's not gonna work out well.
That should be so obvious, though.
Well, you would think, but I'm looking down at the target while he's shooting, waiting for it to impact, and I'm not seeing it. And all of a sudden, when I start shooting, I'm like, oh, there you go. Figure it out.
Well, that's so freaky. When I was back in Scouts, and I think I was still in grade school. Anyway, we used to go over to the UC firing range.
God, that was a thing.
That's when
that was a thing. There was a UC firing range.
Went to the UC firing range. It was the same one that you ever.
You say that like
used. What?
You say that like there's one right now, because I guarantee you there isn't.
What,
that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
Range at UC?
No fucking way. No way.
I bet you there is.
All right. How much?
Wait, we'll have to look it up. But
all right, keep going though.
But hey, when I was in Scouts, we went and spent like 3 days at where's the gold depository?
Fort Knox.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We spent a week at Fort Knox, but it wasn't at Fort Knox. It was at the what the heck is the Army base there?
Fort Knox.
I think it's called Fort Knox.
Yeah.
But we stayed in the barracks and ate in the mess halls and all that shit.
Nice. Great pride. We're old. We're tired. Get off our lawn. I like it. Google thinks they're slick with those chrome rims.
Oh God.
Some of these I don't get. Some of these are sent to me and I just throw them in there because I need them. And some of them are really bad, but that's one of the really bad good ones.
Yeah.
There are dads way worse than you. I give my shit all the time, and my wife was like, "You're a really good dad." I'm like, "Yeah, I fucking think so." And she's like, "No, you're a really good dad. You love your children. You do everything you're supposed to do. You're good." I'm like, "Yeah, is it weird that I want to like fire him through a wall all the time? She's like, no, that's totally normal. I'm like, okay, cool, we're good. Me turns out the big fan because it's too loud. Everyone else in the helicopter. Ooh,
yeah.
Oh. Have fun in hell, bitch. I don't give a fuck about you or your kids or your wife or anybody. You can go fuck yourself. 7-course Irish meal, 6 pints and a potato.
We may have to be short because now I got the sirens warning us.
All right. Well, all right. Well, let's just scoot on. Allow me to slip into something more comfortable. Gets in my car and leaves. Yikes. It's my emotional support bar cart. Dad, what was that show in Chicago on the AM? And every Friday they got hammered.
What was that? Was on WGN.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Okay. What's it? Yeah, what was the name of the show though? Do you remember?
I can't remember, but it was.
But every Friday they got hammered, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was their thing. Like after 4 o'clock, I think they started like 4 o'clock. I mean, they were on like early afternoon, but at like 4 or 5 o'clock they start drinking.
Remember the traffic reporter,
Gary? Oh yeah. Yeah.
A pretty obvious name, but
yeah, for sure. Let's get through these. It's like my mom always said, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" That's my mom in a fucking nutshell, pretty much. What the fuck is wrong with you? Well, things and you. My FBI agent telling me he's a fan of my memes before throwing me into the FEMA camp. Hey. Letter from home. How's Boot Camp? Me. Things great. Narrator. Things were not great. No, things were never great there. They're horrible. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't understand any motherfucker who's like, oh, I enjoyed Boot Camp. Boot Camp is so motivating. Dude, the whole point of it is to suck. Like, if you enjoy it, you have flipped the switch.
Yeah.
Because the point is not to enjoy it. The point is to be miserable. It is a benchmark so that you have something to fall back on when you actually go to comment, when you actually get shot at, so that, oh, well, fuck, that was bad, but fucking, yeah, it's not supposed to be a fucking fun time. Fucking lunatics. Anyways, Marine Corps Institute, don't buy stupid stuff.
You know what? Don't buy stupid stuff.
Yeah, which is, redheaded strippers. I never did that. I actually the one good thing I didn't do was I didn't buy a car at a stupid interest rate. Like I bought my car from home.
Yeah.
And then I got another one. Did you help me buy? But I didn't pay 18% interest, which a lot of Marines would do. I did marry a stripper, ish. She wasn't a stripper at the time, but she was a redheaded whore, so fuck her. Anyways, moving on. Eye drops are technically blicker fluid. Oh, jeez. See, Dad, I don't think you get this one.
Oh yeah, I do.
The blinker fluid. All right, so the ID10T forms and the blinker fluid. Go get me some blinker fluid. Yeah. Okay, all right, you got that one. All right, I didn't think you were gonna get that one.
We used to have a Napa dealer in Anderson Township.
Yeah,
that used to have a street sign that would routinely broadcast that they have sales on blinker fluid.
I love it. I'm okay with this. God forbid women have.
Oh shit! Here comes
Washington County Sheriff's Office, Maryland. For several nights now, women in the dinosaur costume have been harassing motorists in downtown Hagerson. I think my wife's asleep. They can all harass me. Just saying. They all got skirts. They all got. Yeah. I'm good with it. Hi. I saw your Danny. I've been living here for a week. Me, him, me, him. Just starts crying. Me, hugs him. Hey, it's okay. Him, loud crying. How do you even get up in the morning? Me, shh. I know. It's gonna be okay. That was me last week. My Dr. McHottie put me on Abilify.
Oh yeah.
It did not go well.
Oh, okay.
It went horrible.
Oh yeah, what did it make you do?
It's in the same class as some other things that the VA is trying to put me on.
Yeah.
And basically what it does is it makes me super tired, sleep all the time, not sleep. Yeah. So what I mean is like I fall asleep, I wake up, fall asleep, wake up, fall asleep, wake up, fall asleep, wake up.
I think that's what the doc's getting Judy on right now.
Yeah. And then it was rage.
It was what?
Rage. I got real ragey.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like scary.
Huh.
Like you would be like, wow. Yeah.
Hey,
So
do they sell over-the-counter gummies in Cincinnati?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet. I know. They're dragging their feet and getting the operations up here, but don't worry about it. We got you covered. But yeah, it's it was bad, and I tried it for like 4 days, and even work noticed. Like some of my bosses, some of my coworkers, like, "You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good now." He's like, "Yeah, you were fucking weird for like 3 days." Yeah, man, I tried. I tried. Well, yeah, fine, but I tried. I was like, well, Dr. McCarty put me on something. They're like, Dr. McCarty. I'm like, I showed a picture. Oh, that's why you said yes. Well, yeah, she's kind of a 10. She's really smoking on it. It's fucking funny. But yeah, it didn't end that well, and I cut it out. So I'm slowly recovering from it. It legit it's taken about a week for me to like kind of get myself back together from that. But moving on.
Man, you should have seen that when they had me on the prednisone. My God, was I freaky.
Oh yeah, steroids are always fun. Here's the fact about bacon. People who eat bacon are less likely to blow themselves up in the name of Allah. True story. Roger Washburn reported this quote for harassment. What's your favorite movie that represents your branch? Oh, well, Dad didn't serve, Pops didn't serve, but my favorite movie is gotta be Full Metal Jacket. It's gotta be.
What is 22 years until none?
That is the call for 22 veterans to not kill themselves.
Oh,
so
yeah.
22 veterans and 22 veterans and one active duty service member kill themselves every single day.
Oh, okay.
So the 22
I was just trying to figure out because it's printed on that rifle.
Yeah, 22 and none is,
okay.
We can stop the 22 veterans kill themselves every single day. Yeah. But my favorite movie is Full Metal Jacket.
That was a freaky ass movie.
That's just Stanley Kubrick, man, And here's the funny thing, Pops, you might not know about this, but Arlie Ermey actually did an interview about this, and he said he did Gunnery Sergeant Harmon as the worst possible drill instructor he possibly could. Because he didn't because he said this is what a drill instructor should not be. It's pretty crazy because it's such an iconic role, right?
Yeah.
But he said this is what a drill instructor should not be. So
now the sirens are going off again.
Oh shit. All right. Well, hang on until you can. If you're gone, then we'll just call it. Guys, what would you rather encounter in the woods? A woman or this cool stick? Cool stick. That moment we realized Oprah didn't bring her a new car. Ooh. Now you got to pay attention to this one, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know who that is, this doesn't make any sense. But if you see this, all right. So who's on the right? Oprah, right?
Right.
Who's on the left?
I don't know.
Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I would not have recognized that until you said it. He doesn't have enough dots in his face.
Yeah, I agree. Do you ever look at one of your coworkers and be like, "How the fuck do you still work?"
Yeah.
A lot.
How the fuck did you ever get hired? Is the first question.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Do you hear what's going on in the Middle East? My rent is $3,000. I'm working 6 jobs. I don't give a fuck. I like it. Never get Air Force let Tony Stark get kidnapped. Just saying.
Now, see, I don't know that Tony Stark story. What is that?
Well, that's Iron Man, first Iron Man movie. So he's in Afghanistan, and the Air Force is guarding him, and guess who beats the Air Force? It's some fucking random ass fucking whatever network fucking dudes. Some Afghanistan, they smoke the Air Force guys, and they fucking take Tony Stark. So the Air Force sucks.
Hey, how are we going to do the radio show from the house? Because I got a desk we'll bring downstairs. But
I know we'll figure it out later.
Somewhere else, we don't want to be talking over each other. So I don't know.
Probably
we'll figure it out.
I'm here to get permission to use my own property. Ooh, yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing now. That's funny. Wait. I'm a citizen, right? Yeah, I pay taxes. Yeah, all right. I serve in the military. Yeah, and I gotta go through 6 different channels so I can do stuff on my property that I own, right? I own it, right? Yeah, you own it. I gotta clear it through you. Go fuck yourself. Start becoming ungovernable, people.
You do if you're going to change the water routes or add a pond. It's tricky. Those water rights are just outrageous.
How about we stop telling them? How about we just say, "Go fuck yourself"?
That's pretty good for me, but that's apparently what we're doing with the border. So there's got to be a bad part of it.
Well, but I'm saying, I'm saying, like, start becoming ungovernable. What do you do? Throw me in jail? Go ahead, throw me in jail, and throw my wife in jail, and throw everybody else in jail, and see.
I mean, they're now suing.
Throw me in jail.
They're now suing Oklahoma because Oklahoma passed laws that basically said it's illegal to be an illegal alien in the state. And once you're discovered, you got 22 days to move. And that government, that state, is being sued by the federal government.
I got nothing. Me, I can't wait for my day. Me and my day off. Yeah, pretty much. A little bit. Actually, it's been a little brighter. Since we got the house. Like, we got locked in the house.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit happier. But then I started thinking about all the shit that we got to do. I know you are.
Hey, what is
I'm happy.
The lawnmower that we apparently have? Do you know what it is?
We don't have a lawnmower. Moving on. Now I'll talk offline.
No, apparently,
yeah, we don't have a lawnmower right now.
Apparently, Michelle made arrangement for one.
We have a push mower, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how
we'll get to
the hell a push mower you're going to do that long.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. How I sit at work so none of my coworkers will come and talk to me. That's fair. That's fair because people at work think I'm a dick. I'm not. I just don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
I don't have any reason unless it's work. I don't have any fucking desire. I'm not a fucking super friendly person. Sorry. When you're not sure if you're hearing the beep, just imagine them. You won't get that, but that's a veteran thing for sure. It's you're trying to pass your hearing test, and you're
well, are you ready for this? Now you know I wear hearing aids, right?
Yeah, sure.
When I was trying to become a warrant officer, I faked my way through the hearing test, and it's a joke because all the hearing tests I've done lately, I talked to the different hearing aid people, and they all say, "You're not the only one that did that." There's an awful lot of them that did that. All you did when you do the hearing test, You wait a couple seconds, hit the button, wait about 15 seconds, hit the button, wait about 15 seconds, hit the button. And there's no correlation between it. It was just whether or not you were hitting the button.
Oh, that's hilarious. I had no idea. That's crazy.
Yeah, you were supposed to hit the button when you heard a sound.
Yeah,
Now, they didn't correlate the time of the sound and the record of you pressing the button. It just did you press the button.
Fucking brilliant. Oh my God. Disney, a well-established franchise. Disney, gay shit. A well-established that's Disney. Office workers swear 55 times a week on average, study finds U.S. military. I got cussed out 55 times in a minute and a half. Here's the story.
Yeah.
I misinterpreted my day off and I wasn't always with ammo company. I was always bouncing back and forth between that and it being using an ammo tech, which means I was going different units. So I got my schedule mixed up.
Right.
My staff sergeant did not get my schedule mixed up, and he called me, and this is right when cell phones were a thing. And I answered my phone. He goes, Cremery, staff sergeant, what are you doing? I'm fucking sleeping. What the fuck are you talking about? He goes, it's fucking Monday morning, bitch. You're supposed to be here. I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, staff sergeant. He's like, no, I know. You're fine. If you get here in the next 45 minutes, I got you. But if you don't, I'm gonna rip your asshole out. I'm like, all right, good, done. I'm on my way. It's all good. No worries. No assholes need to get ripped. It's all fine. Yeah. Anyways, oh, look at that. Oh, nice little picture. I'm trying to get the.
Did I tell you that Jevin is trying to get a family reunion set up at the camp?
What camp?
The Creamery camp on the Ohio River. Oh, you've never been there, huh? You know where the hitching post is down on Kellogg?
Yes, sir.
There's a great big old barn-like structure about, I don't know, a half mile behind the hitching post.
Okay.
That was originally called the Willows. And that was a camp that was built by Grandpa.
What?
Yeah. They built that in about 1922.
Grandpa,
my dad.
Yeah. Okay.
With a bunch of buddies from Mount Adams.
Nice.
And they used to go down every Thursday, and Thursday was the cleaning day. And then Saturday and Sunday was parties.
Turn your camera down again for me.
Oh, all right. Anyway, so Saturday and Sundays were the party days. And when Dad died, or didn't die, well, yeah, I guess when Dad died, Don became a member and kept it up. And then Don got pissed off at the guys and just quit going. But that kept going. And at one point, there was a generator installed because it had no permanent electricity.
It's still a Cremery property?
Well, no, it became the club's property.
Okay, all right.
Judy, Jeannie, and I would spend at least a week down there every summer.
I had no idea.
Oh, it was an awesome place. Oh, God. I mean, we had probably 150 yards of beach.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really neat. It was we had a softball field down there that you could, if you were a good hitter, you could hit the ball over the top of the camp. It was neat. It was really, really neat.
Oh, shit. I'm trying to look for something here real quick. I was just checking on T, seeing how he's doing. All right, cool. All right. What do I end with? Definitely some stupid fucking shit. Give me a minute though. There we go. Pops, final thoughts.
There's a program out now called Ask, which stands for Acknowledge, Stay in Touch, and I can't remember what K is, but apparently it's a pretty successful program, particularly about trying to eliminate the 22 suicides or 22 deaths, be it suicide or be it drug related, whatever. So I'm just going to do some more stuff on that, see what the heck we know.
Awesome. Remember, never take a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Been there, done that. Got the members only jacket. And here's some stupid internet videos just because I can't stop myself.
Hey, have you seen what the hell's that used to be the warrant officer in New Orleans?
Damn it.
What the heck was his name? They have the 24 hours of lemons. That's what it is. Have you seen their stuff lately?
Hold on. Damn it.
Ooh, I may have found some movie software. I just ordered it the other day and just going to try it out, see what it's like.
All right, hold on. Let me try this. I'm not good at this right now for some reason. But this is pretty funny. I think you guys would like this. It's one of my favorite new up and coming comedians. Shane Gillis. Let's see if I can. Oh shit. There we go. Share screen. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. There we go. Found it. Boom.
Yeah, but I will say, I just want to see, like, for real, I don't care if they arrest him. If he loses the primary, let him debate, dude. Let him debate. All I want to see is him debate. Dude. I don't care. Hannibal, if he gets arrested, Hannibal Lecter him out to the fuck. Bring him on stage. Here's my idea. Final debate of the year. Have one Republican candidate, one Democrat. Be like, all right, fellas, surprise third guest tonight. Fucking stone cold music, the glass shatters. He walks out, just, they're both gay.
I like how he does one of the best Trump impressions. Anyways, without further ado, love you all. Thank you all for being a part of the show. Please share us out. Remember, we're live on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, and X, formerly known as Twitter.